Have you ever wanted reassurance that everything that you're doing right now is actually going to work out? I used to look for that reassurance in books before I ever went to look for it in life. Welcome back to Coming Home Daily, a weekday devotional practice for intentional living. I'm your intentional living guide, Christian, and if you're ready, let's read. I have a confession to make. When I was younger, I had a reading habit that some might find a little strange. Growing up, I went to Barnes and Noble almost every week. Sometimes I'd head straight to my favorite section, and other times I'd wander every aisle until a book seemed to choose me. Once I found one, I'd always follow the same routine. I'd read the cover, the back of the book. Then I'd flip all the way to the first page of the last chapter. Not because I wanted to spoil the story per se, I just needed to know that they made it. Looking back, I think I was searching for reassurance. I wanted to know that everything those characters were about to go through actually led somewhere. As I got older, though, I slowly grew out of that habit because I realized so much of that joy of reading comes from allowing yourself to be surprised, from letting the story unfold one chapter at a time. These days, I laugh about it because I realize I still see those habits all the time, not in books, in people. I've had so many conversations with people who are questioning whether they're on the right path simply because the chapter that they're living in right now. They want to know if the relationship works out, if the business succeeds, if the move was the right decision, if all the effort will be worth it eventually. They're looking for the ending while they're still living in the middle. Think about your favorite novel. Somewhere around the middle of the story, everything falls apart. The conflict gets bigger, the obstacles become harder, the main character starts questioning themselves. If you open almost any novel to the middle, you'd probably wonder how things could possibly work out. But we don't close the book there because we know it's the middle. That's why one of my favorite quotes has always been, everything will be okay in the end. So if it's not okay right now, that's okay because it's not the end. I honestly don't remember where I first heard it, but I've been repeating it to myself and to others for years because it reminds you to zoom out. So here's the thing, just because the chapter feels uncertain doesn't mean the story is. Every chapter has a purpose. Some introduce new beginnings, some stretch us, some challenge us, some change everything. But no single chapter tells the whole story by itself. So if what you're building doesn't feel settled yet, if the next step feels uncomfortable, if you're wondering whether you made the right choice at all, don't assume you've gone the wrong way. You may have simply reached the part of the story where growth is happening. Don't mistake incomplete for lack of clarity. You don't need to know how every chapter ends before you begin writing the next one. Keep showing up, keep turning the pages, keep writing. And here's your reflection question for today. Where are you trying to skip ahead in your life instead of fully living the chapter that's right in front of you? And you can repeat this affirmation. I come home to the chapter I am living today. I release the need to know how the story ends. I choose to trust the next page before me. I keep writing my story, one step at a time. Thank you for joining me. If today's devotion encouraged you, take this with you for today and subscribe so that I can see you back here tomorrow for the next episode of Coming Home Daily. And if you're looking to live a life more intentionally, grab my free intentional living starter kit. It'll be linked in the description below. And if these daily devotionals have been helping you to slow down and reconnect to yourself, I'm building something that will help us go deeper together. I'll be sharing more details soon. But until then, stay intentional and keep coming home.